Hi everyone. I wanted to kind of discuss a good purple ink that I imagine would be my perfect purple. And it all started with these two, the Rose Cyclamen and Bleu Prevenche. These are Herbin inks, and they are, I think, my two, like the very first bottles of ink I ever purchased. This is an extremely pigmented and vibrant set of inks. I probably have had these inks for 5-6 years already, and I tried to mix the two of them because I thought it could make purple, but now I'm thinking about it, I don't think like a fuchsia color and a blue make purple. But I was trying to go for like a neon purple color. That's the color that is in my dreams, like a electric purple. So I kind of lost the direction for a bit, and I went over to try to mix ink at Kakimori. This is a custom ink experience I had in Japan. And instead of making this electric purple, because they said neon colors were not possible, I tried to match a color of nail polish, but that was disappointing because the color kind of came out muted and not what I was hoping for. Maybe I should have done more research. But then I was assured by the host of this ink lab by Tono&Lims. They had this event in Taipei, and I was assured that I could create a neon color ink, and that's where I got these two bottles from, because during the experience you can make your preferred color and then you can have a bottle with shimmer in it. I thought adding the dazzling white shimmer would create kind of like a neon light kind of vibe, I guess, but it didn't really, I don't know, I haven't actually used them that much. So let's do this video to compare and take a look at them. And then finally, I was looking online, and some of the swatches from the Yafa Brands collection of inks from Conklin, Private Reserve, and Monteverde kind of caught my eye. It was just these three that I thought I could compare: the Vintage Purple, the Infinity Violet, and Purple Reign. And they kindly sent me Purple Mist as well for the purple comparison. So I have a guest here. This is my cat, Jerome. I think she just wants to be involved. And so if I try to move her, she's going to get angry. But I don't know what she's doing here. She's not adding anything to my my endeavor, so I'm not sure what to do. If I just have to work around her, maybe I need to move my camera. But I think what we'll do is I'll try to recreate the mix that I made with the Rose Cyclamen and the Bleu Prevenche and swatch that out. This is just my ink swatch kind of it's a Muji pocket note. It doesn't have the greatest paper, so I've just been using one side and it bleeds through so terribly, but I will. Oh, thank you, Jerome. I just got a new microphone, or it's like one of those microphones that you clip onto your shirt, and I think that maybe that's what the cat is waiting to play with or pounce on. She thinks that the microphone is a toy. Don't really know how people with cats just learn to kind of deal with it. I have all these scratches from her. She's a mountain cat that came home with me. Okay, sorry. So I will swatch those later, but I really first wanted to swatch out each of the inks from Yafa Brands first. So I just like to use my glass dip pen, and Jerome also likes it a lot. We'll start off with Vintage Purple from Conklin. And what I've noticed is the Conklin inks are very generous. They are 60 ml, and the colors are actually quite bright and vibrant. Wow, Jerome. Okay, so I guess she's just gonna settle in right there. She was sleeping, and I thought this would be a good time. Feels like it's like there's a baby in the house. I thought it would be a good time to make this video because I've been putting it off for quite a long time. There's construction in this apartment. Is it a complex? It's just apartment building. So every single day there's been tons of noise. I also need a clip of some sort. I'll just push that to the side. So the Vintage Purple doesn't have any shimmer in it. Ooh. See, that is very promising already. The kind of like pinkish, that bright color. I don't know what to... Okay, can you move please? Thank you. Oh, okay, so she's watching very intently. Jerome. Can you stop? That was Vintage Purple from Conklin. And then next we have the Infinity Violet from Private Reserve. These inks are quite well packaged. So Private Reserve has premium inks, infinity inks, neon inks, no purple though. Fast dry, invincible, pearlescent, and then they have a zero ink remover. Seems to be really helpful. But also a fountain pen flush. And these are all the colors that are in the collection. This one is a 30 ml ink. Oh, you can see this one is definitely more of that darker purple. Doesn't have as much as that pink coming out. What to do with a naughty cat? Then these two from Monteverde. The packaging is quite nice. Okay, so far the Conklin Vintage Purple, Private Reserve Infinity Violet. Then we have Purple Reign, and also the Return of the Cat. So the Monteverde ink, this is the Purple Reign, but they have a bunch from the Core collection: Midnight Black, Black Ash, Blue Black, Malibu Blue, Caribbean Blue, Capri Blue. Oh, all of the colors here. I saw a swatch of rose pink and I'm really interested in that. So based on this, it looks like Purple Reign and Purple Mist will be quite different. Jerome, do you have to? Jerome. So these are all super well packaged. Like, they will not be giving you any problems with international shipping or even domestic shipping. I think that is nice. They had plastic around each bottle, and I don't know. Jerome, can you please, can we have a little bit of audience somewhere else? I was a little nervous to move her, but I guess it's okay. So we'll try Purple Reign first. I think Purple Reign will be very similar to Vintage Purple, while Purple Mist will be much closer to Infinity Violet. I'm so excited seeing these colors though, because it definitely looks very like very neon. But that also went on, it seems like a lot smoother. It went on the page without being as dry. I think this is the one. This is it. Monteverde ink has a weird smell. But yeah, quite similar. Vintage Purple is very similar to Purple Reign. And then let's do Purple Mist. This is very watery. So Vintage Purple, Monteverde Purple Reign are really similar, while Private Reserve Infinity Violet, oh, I guess Purple Mist is not quite as similar. Different tones there. I think the Monteverde Purple Reign is kind of like, has a little bit more of a lightness to it. They're really similar. So I just had to remove the music in case I get a copyright. But this was an Instagram reel that I made shortly after filming this next part that you're going to see. And it's just comparing all of the different electric purple inks that I've collected, or like electric purple adjacent inks, and it's all here in one place. So that was supposed to be like a time lapse, which didn't get filmed, unfortunately. But I showed mixing Rose Cyclamen and Bleu Prevenche. And now I'm noticing that all these colors are about the same. So my custom from Tono&Lims is a little bit kind of like a paler, like a washed out. And then Monteverde Purple Reign and Conklin both look really similar. It's like a touch more purple than the mix, because the Herbin inks, when they're mixed together, it looks a little bit more pink. I don't know. And then of course at the bottom here we've got the Private Reserve and Monteverde inks that didn't look like the color I was hoping for. Oh, like I now I feel like I'm in a situation where I'm just confused. I don't know what color I want, but it's definitely not this. My custom ink from Inkstand, I think over time it has gotten a lot more faded. Maybe some of the, like, I've definitely seen a lot of the pigment just settling to the bottom, so it doesn't look as clear and bright as before. Not just let your inks sit and settle. Gotta use them. But I feel like I totally lost the plot on this. I have no idea what this video is supposed to be anymore. Other than discovering that Purple Reign and Vintage Purple are really similar, and that it's actually not that far off when I was mixing the two inks. I think maybe I didn't get the ratio right, because this time I did just a tiny little bit of the Bleu Prevenche to kind of move over the rose cyclamen color into the purple sphere. So I think that's the big problem with mixing your own ink, is that if you don't get the ratio right, or if you make too little or too much, it's hard to figure it out. So this color mix that I got today is not going to be the same color mix I get tomorrow or the day after, unless I mix a whole big batch. But I wasn't ready for that kind of commitment yet, I guess. Yes, I'm really glad though that I finally got a chance to swatch all of these inks, and to find that both Vintage Purple and Purple Reign are really similar to the color I was thinking of. I think maybe I'm going to try to mix a bit of Infinity Violet into these and see if that will get it more blue. This is kind of the color that I'm looking for. Like I'm looking for, see now, on here it looks different than what it looks like in my eye. Like in my eye it looks like more similar to this kind of purple, but then online it's really close to this, like on this on my screen right now. But the electric purple that I'm looking for is still elusive to me. I still can't find, I think I do want more of a blue leaning purple to make the electric purple that I'm looking for. So I haven't found it yet, but I think I'm going to get pretty close if I mix a little bit of this Infinity Violet into these, or maybe a Bleu Prevenche into these. But it's also making me a little bit sad, because it means that the custom ink that I mixed wasn't really the color that I was looking for. I'm just confused right now. But I guess that is going to be it for this video. I'm still searching for my perfect neon purple or electric purple. And if you have any suggestions for what I could mix, or any sort of ratios that you think might work, or if you're looking for this electric purple, maybe you also want to jump in on this experiment and let me know what inks that you find, which are even better for this quest, I assume. But thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye!